Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Hey, now I just gotta get them out when I gotta get them out when it's time. Hey, don't take this video as anything racist, okay? We already know over here, we ain't about that shit. Now look. When it comes to black people, if y'all hear somebody in the background, excuse that person. Hey, if y'all hear... Now look. Damn, I got distracted. Look, when it comes to blacks, right? All races is in entertainment, obviously. Duh, right? Obviously. But when it comes to blacks, entertainment, they're very easily entertained. They're very easily entertained. Why? I don't know why. But it's very easy to get their focus off of what's important onto shit that do not matter. Now they have this, a lot of people stuck on this irrelevant person. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, and the stuff that he so-called was in, all that shit that's going on and so-called being exposed, all that shit, they been knew about all that already. There's nothing being exposed. They been knew about that already. Why? They want to try to make this shit some sort of spectacle now? I don't know why. I have no clue. But look, they're about to start using this AI shit against the population. Almost like this shit was damn near designed just to distract this race. This colored people. These colored people. Because they believe everything. Now look, they're about to start using artificial intelligence on these people to mind fuck these people and trick them. Let alone other races believe in this shit, because that's gonna follow suit too. But this specific race though, because when it comes to entertainment, we're like the top of this shit. Matter of fact, no, I'm not with them people. No, just because my skin color is the same, no. You could be the same skin color as me, don't mean you're black. Or I wouldn't even call myself black. What the fuck is that anyway? But check this out. The entertainment, these black people is very, very easily entertained by things. They're about to start using artificial intelligence, AI, to distract people online, to get them to believe shit that's not real. Right now, I don't know if they already released it, but they got people mindset focused on some fucking irrelevant ass P. Diddy and so-called exposing shit, when they about to, if not already about to release AI Sora. That shit look beyond real. People about to start seeing things on the internet that's not real. People is going to swear it's real. They're going to look at that and be like, yeah, I believe that.
Now, there was this video that was completely blowing up in terms of AI relevance, and that was because this video that you're currently looking at here, let me make it full screen. This video, yes, this one right here, is actually AI generated. Now, that might actually scare you, but I want you to watch this video first.
Well, let me get this straight. You guys are telling me that when you're out of the house for hours, you're comfortable walking around with all that stanky body odor that's been building up on you all day? What's even crazier is that some of you are applying deodorant on top of that odor, which is honestly probably making it worse. Let me tell you what I do.
But it's not going to be real. That's going to be done with artificial intelligence. It's going to be tricking the hell out of people. Right now they have people minds on trying to, this coming out, that coming out, this coming out. P. Diddy rating this shit is a big TV show. A deadly one too. They're trying to get the masses, the people that control the entertainment. Trust me, shit don't just happen because no, this shit is all planned out. Right now already, people is probably I believe people are already seeing videos of shit that is not real, but it look amazingly real. With Sora, your brain should not be focused on no damn P. Diddy. It should be over here looking at AI and robots and shit like Q-Star and shit like Sora. That's going to trick your damn brain. You're not going to know what's real on the internet at all. You're really going to have to question everything you visually see on the internet. You already got to question this shit now. But trust me, soon, if not already, you're going to be like, I don't know what's real anymore. Now, by the day they release information about artificial intelligence, by the day, if you keep up with it or not, that's on you. But they have the mind. This right here is the number one thing to capture. If you can capture a person's mind, you can do whatever the you want to do. How do you think this place is ran? Huh? How do you think this place goes? I haven't been living for too long. But how do you think this place goes? How do you think shit gets down here? If you can capture the mind, you're one bad motherfucker. You can't be touched. They have people completely lost. Entertained? This specific color of people is very easily entertained. They have their mind completely off what's important. Let alone the rest of the population. What's coming down the pipeline and coming quick, people have no fucking clue. Check out this stupid shit here.
Pass was constructed such that a bus carrying mostly black and Puerto Rican kids to a beach, or it would have been, in New York was designed too low for it to pass by, that obviously reflects racism that went into those design choices. I don't think we have anything to lose by confronting that simple reality, and I think we have everything to gain by acknowledging it and then dealing with it, which is why the Reconnecting Communities, that $1 billion, is something we want to get to work right away.
You hear how stupid that sounds? Did you see the likes in the comments? You couldn't see them, but you can see how many it were. Like, you know, the hearts, the little section on Instagram. People in the comments really believing it. It was so stupid about what was said about them something about racism in a boat going. But you see how real that looks, right? That's not real. That's fake. That's what's done with artificial intelligence. Probably Sora. But from my knowledge, from what I know, they haven't gave the population access to Sora yet. These platforms, Instagram, X, aka Twitter, TikTok, Kick, people's going to be so-called streaming, and it's not going to be them. That you thinking you're looking at a live stream, you're thinking you're looking at somebody that's live. No. That is not them. They're going to act and portray and sound like the person you think you're looking at. People's going to get phone calls from their loved ones asking for all type of shit, money, whatever. And people are going to think they're talking to their loved ones. People are going to be on live, Instagram, and whatever platform you're on, FaceTiming people, and you're going to think you're talking to that person, and that shit is going to be artificial intelligence that you're speaking to. And you're going to think this shit is live. That's fake. That's how strong artificial intelligence is. People, y'all better get y'all damn act together. Because if they haven't released it to the public yet, when they release Sora to the public, I believe they probably already have. Did y'all see Nvidia release those new chips to compete with Tesla Dojo? Right now, no one is talking about Tesla Dojo. Right now, no one is talking about Tesla Dojo. That's going to be running the Optimus bots. It's like people forgot about that or something. If you even knew about it in the first place. Nvidia and these other companies with these robots, matter of fact, check this shit out.
Let's talk about the next wave of robotics, the next wave of AI, robotics, physical AI. So far, all of the AI that we've talked about is one computer. Data comes into one computer. We take all of the data, we put it into a system like DGX, we compress it into a large language model. Trillions of tokens becomes billions of parameters. These billions of parameters becomes your AI. So I just described in very simple terms, essentially what just happened in large language models, except the ChatGPT moment for robotics may be right around the corner. And so we've been building the end-to-end systems for robotics for some time. I'm super, super proud of the work. We have the AI system, DGX. We have the lower system, which is called AGX for autonomous systems. The world's first robotics processor. When we first built this thing, people are, what are you guys building? It's an SoC, it's one chip, it's designed to be very low power, but it's designed for high-speed sensor processing and AI.
Things are getting crazy out there, Fanny.
Maybe they were right.
They were right.
They were right.
I can't believe it.
It's actually happening.
It's actually happening.
I can't believe it. It's actually happening.
I guess I'm just not used to being chased around a mall in the middle of the night by killer robots.
All right, let's dive a little bit deeper into this world of artificial intelligence and the machinery that's behind it. Let's think of AI as this ultra-smart robot brain. It's learning at crazy speeds and tackling stuff we once thought only the human brain could tackle. You name it, AI is doing it. But here's the catch. The smarter these robot brains get, the blurrier the line between controlling them and being controlled by them becomes. Now, onto the hardware. The actual metal and microchips in these AI brains live in what we call GPUs, which traditionally have been used for video games. However, currently, GPUs or graphics processing units is what is used to train AI, and the leading company making these GPUs is NVIDIA. Have you heard of Moore's Law, which says technology gets twice as good every 2 years or so? But as these machines get stronger, historically, we've always feared what we can't control. Take Oppenheimer's reflection on creating the atomic bomb. He said, quote, "I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." And that fits perfectly with what's happening in the world of artificial intelligence. What you're about to watch is a presentation by the CEO of NVIDIA, who makes all of the GPUs that power all the AI on the earth. And what he reveals in this presentation shows just how far we've gone in the past few years.
The rate at which we're advancing computing is insane. Over the course of the last 8 years, we've increased computation by 1,000 times. 8 years, 1,000 times. Remember, back in the good old days of Moore's Law, it was 10x every 5 years, 100 times every 10 years, in the middle of the PC revolution. 100 times every 10 years. In the last 8 years, we've gone 1,000 times. We have 2 more years to go. The rate at which we're advancing computing is insane, and it's still not fast enough, so we built another chip. This is the most advanced GPU in the world in production today. This is Hopper. This is Hopper. Hopper changed the world. This is Blackwell. 208 billion transistors, and so you could see, I can see, there's a small line between 2 dies. This is the first time 2 dies have abutted like this together in such a way that the two dies think it's one chip. There's 10 terabytes of data between it, 10 terabytes per second, so that these two sides of the Blackwell chip have no clue which side they're on. There's no memory locality issues, no cache issues. It's just one giant chip. When we were told that Blackwell's ambitions were beyond the limits of physics, the engineer said, "So what?" And so this is what happened. And so this is the Blackwell chip, and it goes into 2 types of systems. The first one is form-fit-function compatible to Hopper. And so you slide out Hopper and you push in Blackwell. That's the reason why one of the challenges of ramping is going to be so efficient. There are installations of Hoppers all over the world, and the same infrastructure, same design, the power, the electricity, the thermals, the software, identical, push it right back. And so this is a Hopper version for the current HGX configuration. The second Hopper looks like this. Now this is a prototype board, and this is a fully functioning board, and I'll just be careful here. This right here is, I don't know, $10 billion. The second one's 5. It gets cheaper after that. So the way it's going to go to production is like this one here. 2 Blackwell chips and 4 Blackwell dies connected to a Grace CPU. The Grace CPU has a super fast chip-to-chip link. What's amazing is this computer is the first of its kind where this much computation fits into this small of a place, but we need a whole lot of new features in order to push the limits beyond, if you will, the limits of physics. And so one of the things that we did was we invented another transformer engine. And so this new transformer engine, we have a 5th generation NVLink. It's now twice as fast as Hopper, but very importantly, it has computation in the network. And the reason for that is because when you have so many different GPUs working together, we have to share our information with each other. We have to synchronize and update each other. Having extraordinarily fast links and being able to do mathematics right in the network allows us to essentially amplify even further. So even though it's 1.8 terabytes per second, it's effectively higher than that. And so it's many times that of Hopper. Overall, compared to Hopper, it is 2.5 times the FP8 performance for training per chip. It also has this new format called FP6, so that even though the computation speed is the same, the amount of parameters you can store in the memory is now amplified. FP4 effectively doubles the throughput. This is vitally important for inference. The amount of energy we save, the amount of networking bandwidth we save, the amount of wasted time we save will be tremendous. The future is generative, which is the reason why we call it generative AI, which is the reason why this is a brand new industry. The way we compute is fundamentally different. We created a processor for the generative AI era. And one of the most important parts of it is content token generation. We call it, this format is FP4. That's a lot of computation. 5x the token generation, 5x the inference capability of Hopper seems like enough. But why stop there? And so we would like to have a bigger GPU, even bigger than this one. And so we decided to scale it. So we built another chip. This chip is just an incredible chip. We call it the NVLink switch. It's 50 billion transistors. It's almost the size of Hopper all by itself. This switch chip has 4 NVLinks in it, each 1.8 terabytes per second. What is this chip for? If we were to build such a chip, we can have every single GPU talk to every other GPU at full speed at the same time. That's insane. And as a result, you can build a system that looks like this. This is what a DGX looks like now. Remember, just 6 years ago, I delivered the first DGX-1 to OpenAI. That DGX, by the way, was 170 teraflops. That's 0.17 petaflops. So this is 720. And so this is now 720 petaflops, almost an exaflop for training, and the world's first 1 exaflops machine in one rack. Just so you know, there are only a couple, 2, 3 exaflops machines on the planet as we speak. And so this is an exaflops AI system in one single rack. Well, let's take a look at the back of it. So this is what makes it possible. That's the back, that's the back, the DGX NVLink spine. 130 terabytes per second goes through the back of that chassis. That is more than the aggregate bandwidth of the internet. We could basically send everything to everybody within a second. Let's talk about the next wave of robotics, the next wave of AI, robotics, physical AI. So far, all of the AI that we've talked about is one computer. Data comes into one computer. We take all of the data, we put it into a system like DGX, we compress it into a large language model. Trillions of tokens becomes billions of parameters. These billions of parameters becomes your AI. So I just described in very simple terms essentially what just happened in large language models, except the ChatGPT moment for robotics may be right around the corner. And so we've been building the end-to-end systems for robotics for some time. I'm super, super proud of the work. We have the AI system, DGX. We have the lower system, which is called AGX, for autonomous systems. The world's first robotics processor. When we first built this thing, people are, what are you guys building? It's a SoC, it's one chip, it's designed to be very low power, but it's designed for high-speed sensor processing and AI. And so if you want to run transformers in a car or anything that moves, we have the perfect computer for you. It's called the Jetson. And so the DGX on top for training the AI, the Jetson is the autonomous processor, and in the middle, we need another computer. We need a simulation engine that represents the world digitally for the robot, so that the robot has a gym to go learn how to be a robot. We call that virtual world Omniverse. And the computer that runs Omniverse is called OVX. And OVX, the computer itself, is hosted in the Azure cloud. Okay? And so basically, we built these 3 things, these 3 systems. On top of it, we have algorithms for every single one. Now, I'm going to show you one super example of how AI and Omniverse are going to work together. The example I'm going to show you is kind of insane, but it's going to be very, very close to tomorrow. It's a robotics building. This robotics building is called a warehouse. Inside the robotics building are going to be some autonomous systems. Some of the autonomous systems are going to be called humans, and some of the autonomous systems are going to be called forklifts. And these autonomous systems are going to interact with each other, of course, autonomously, and it's going to be overlooked upon by this warehouse to keep everybody out of harm's way. The warehouse is essentially an air traffic controller. And whenever it sees something happening, it will redirect traffic and give new waypoints, just new waypoints to the robots and the people, and they'll know exactly what to do. This warehouse, this building, you can also talk to. Of course you could talk to it. Hey, and all of this is running in real time. What about all the robots? All of those robots you were seeing just now, they're all running their own autonomous robotic stack. Let's talk about robotics. Everything that moves will be robotic. There's no question about that. It's safer, it's more convenient, and one of the largest industries is going to be automotive. Beginning of next year, we will be shipping in Mercedes, and then shortly after that, JLR. Today, we're announcing that BYD, the world's largest EV company, is adopting our next generation. It's called Thor. Thor is designed for transformer engines. Thor, our next generation AV computer, will be used by BYD. The next generation of robotics will likely be a humanoid robotics. We now have the necessary technology to imagine generalized human robotics. In a way, human robotics is likely easier, and the reason for that is because we have a lot more training data that we can provide the robots, because we are constructed in a very similar way. It could be in video form, it could be in virtual reality form. We then created a gym for it called Isaac Reinforcement Learning Gym, which allows the humanoid robot to learn how to adapt to the physical world, and then an incredible computer, the same computer that's going to go into a robotic car, this computer will run inside a humanoid robot called Thor. It's designed for transformer engines. The soul of NVIDIA, the intersection of computer graphics, physics, artificial intelligence. It all came to bear at this moment. The name of that project, General Robotics 003. I know, super good. Super good. Well, I think we have some special guests. Do we? Hey guys. So I understand you guys are powered by Jetson. They're powered by Jetsons, little Jetson robotics computers inside. They learn to walk in Isaac Sim. Ladies and gentlemen, this is orange, and this is the famous green. They are the BDX robots of Disney. Amazing Disney research. Come on, you guys, let's wrap up. Let's go. 5 things. Where are you going? What are you saying? No, it's not time to eat. It's not time to eat. I'll give you a snack in a moment. Let me finish up real quick. First, a new industrial revolution. Every data center should be accelerated. $1 trillion worth of installed data centers will become modernized over the next several years. Second, the computer of this revolution, the computer of this generation, generative AI, trillion parameters. This is what we announced to you today. This is Blackwell. Amazing, amazing processors, NVLink switches, networking systems, and the system design is a miracle. This is Blackwell, and this to me is what a GPU looks like in my mind. Everything that moves in the future will be robotic. You're not going to be the only one. And these robotic systems, whether they are humanoid, AMRs, self-driving cars, forklifts, manipulating arms, they will all need one thing. Giant stadiums, warehouses, factories. There can be factories that are robotic, manufacturing lines that are robotics, building cars that are robotics. These systems all need one thing. They need a platform, a digital platform, a digital twin platform, and we call that Omniverse, the operating system of the robotics world.
Well, first you had robots, then you had self-replicating robots.
There's a growing fear that robots will continue to make the human workforce obsolete.
Before the success of the ubiquitous human-sized police robots, there was a bigger bad boy on the block, the Moose.
We are able to give robots superficial responses which mimic human expression.
I saw something incredible. I saw 3 robots totally reprogrammed in 10 minutes.
We created a race of robots.
A race of robots.
So there it is, proof that things are changing more rapidly than most people can possibly imagine. Then there's the question of what comes next in all this. Aristotle once said, knowing yourself is the beginning of wisdom. But if AI can think, decide, and maybe one day understand itself better than we do, where does that leave us? Now, let's forget about all the gadgets and gizmos powered by AI for a second and focus on what's about to happen. As we speak, they are implanting AI into actual robots, and they're building these things right now with plans to be unleashed on humanity within a few years. This is not science fiction anymore. Just think, what's a few years ago? 2021. That was 3 years ago. In that same time period forward, we're going to see robots. We are building a world where AI might decide everything, from who might get a loan to who's fit to raise a child, even who's guilty of a crime. It's like opening Pandora's box, which, once opened, can't be closed again.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Yeah. They are on Elon Musk's ass. Yes, they are. And Elon Musk just not too long ago showed his first patient of the Neuralink. It's to the public now. They showing it. The dude is playing Mario Kart with his fucking mind.
You're currently watching a fully paralyzed man play Mario Kart. 29-year-old Nolan Arbar was paralyzed from the shoulders down, and now he's playing Mario Kart, all thanks to a chip from Neuralink.
He's playing video games with his mind already. A lot of people was like, who's the patient? Who's patient 0001? They just released him. And he's playing Mario Kart. He's playing Mario Kart with his mind. Ooh, this shit is moving fast. Very fast. And it's moving so fast now, the population, let alone trying to keep up, it's been lost in the fucking sauce. You're about to start seeing shit happen to break down the supply chain with food. You're about to start seeing shit happen all over around you. Wake up, people. I had someone in my comments talking about, you waking up, I've been woke. Long time ago, bro. I hope you're woke and understanding what I'm talking about. But hey, this your boy Monterico, S.I. Rico, Ray commenting, sub. If you down, try to catch up. Stay mentally fresh and always talk to this place, because it's cracking. Yes, it is. Get close to your families before you won't be able to see them no more. This your boy, Monterico, S.I. Rico, Ray commenting, sub. I catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.